Hello friends and welcome, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for taking time to join me today. I'm Morjax, we are playing Mordheim, City of the Damned, and I'm coming at you today with a Marksman Hero Guide. And this is based on Stymie Jackson's outline for similar. So normally these marksmen are henchmen. However, there's a skill you can get, and that skill is called Lad's Got Talent. So I have not covered this much before, but it allows you to promote the henchman to hero, increase initiative by 2, morale by 3, strategy points by 1, offense points by 4, 3 of each mental martial stats to raise their maximums by 2. Also provides 14 skill points and allows training of skill masteries. So, that's a mouthful. You can pause and read through it if you care to, but basically it allows you to make a henchman into a hero. And why that's important is the marksman has access to a pretty unique loot table in that they can get the crossbow, they can get the hunting rifle, which is huge. It costs 3 strategy points to reload, but the crit damage is plus 30%. That thing hits very, very hard. But today what we're looking at is 2 different flavors. One of these is with a crossbow and the other is with a longbow. So the longbow is going to buy you extra crit damage plus 20%, and it costs 1 strategy point to reload. The crossbow is going to bypass 15% armor and costs 3 strategy points to reload. You can also see the damage here is 27 to 37 on the longbow and 32 to 36 on the crossbow. So this build is very, very flexible. There's a lot of room to tweak it as you see fit. But we'll go through the key pieces here. Agility, you want up at 15%, and this is going to give you a huge dodge chance, and it will also give you a ton of mobility in the form of climb, leap, and jump down chance to pass. So next, you're going to put 12 into intelligence, and what that's going to buy you, let me just switch over here, is you can get introspection. So once per turn, you can convert 3 blue pills into 1 red pill. We don't have this mastered. We don't have enough. But what you could do is use a Tome of Intelligence to be able to bring that up to the point. It requires 15 intelligence. So if you use a Tome of Intelligence, you can actually master introspection and get 2 red pills instead of 1 when you use it. So that's at your discretion, of course. The next thing here is Alertness up to 9. And that gives higher initiative. We're at 53 initiative. And that could be put even higher if we... what am I doing? If you put, like, on your helmet here, and you went Rune of Celerity, that would get you up to 63 initiative. So, that's your choice. Now, Ballistic Skill on the crossbowman is 16. And that's going to give us extra ranged hit chance and extra ranged damage. So you're going for damage. This is really good for heavy targets. The crossbow definitely works better against heavy targets. And you're going to reduce the accuracy in this case down to 10. The reason for that is crossbows have armor absorption bypass, and so they're not so much about critting. They're mostly about hitting and piercing through heavy armor. And so let's go through the other couple of skills here. One of them is Quick Reload and the other is Bullseye. Quick Reload reduces, on a mastery, reduces the cost of reload action by 2 strategy points. And Bullseye increases the chance to hit with an aim by 10% and reduces its cost by 1 strategy point. And that cost reduction comes from the mastery, of course. So let us jump over to the Longbow version, and Longbow has a crit hit damage of plus 20%, and so what you want to do is crank up that accuracy and crank down the Ballistic Skill. So the accuracy goes up, the crit chance goes up, the crit damage goes up, and it starts to be a pretty good thing. So this is sort of a crit ranged build. I personally like crits a lot. It's super satisfying to me to crit against the enemy, especially if you can stun them. So I probably would favor this build a little bit over the crossbow, and I foolishly mastered Quick Reload, but you don't actually need it with this build, because reloading a longbow only costs 1 strategy point. So do not master quick reload with the longbow version here. And there's a lot of different, as you can see with our points, there's a lot of different ways that we could take this, in terms of you get to splash 5 physical points wherever you want. You got a couple mental points to splash where you like. Some alternate skills we could use are things like sharpshooter, which after dealing range damage, ranged critical hit chance is increased by 2% for 1 turn. So you're increasing your crit chance each time. And the mastery on that, which you couldn't do it with this one because it takes 15 ballistic skill. I guess you could use a martial tome and crank it up, but it gives you a 4% chance to crit every time you attack in. So that would be a pretty good thing to run with your longbow marksman here. Some other things you could run, I'm just going to rattle off a bunch of skills here. These are ones Stymie Jackson recommends, and I looked through them, and they're all pretty good. I guess it depends on your playstyle and what you like. So sharpshooter, sidestep, wall runner, knowledge Mordheim, hunter headshot, and vital shot. So those are really at your discretion, which you like to have. You know, there's room for growth and change and personalization in this build. So I'll leave it at that. I won't go too much longer here, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Stymie Jackson, for the inspiration for this build. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck shooting the pants off your enemy, and we will see you next time in Mordheim, City of the Damned.